What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's episode of EGB Carbon. My name is Disciple, and just in case you don't know, Carbon is a weekly episode where we will let you know what's going on in the Call of Duty competitive community and pretty much everything we thought was cool during the week. And just in case you guys wanted to know, I'm rocking some God Mode swag. This shirt's a brand new shirt, pretty dope, so links to God Mode in the description. Thanks to them for keeping us always looking fresh for you guys and just making some sweet threads in general. So, to kick it off this week, we are going to bring it in with MLG Anaheim recap. We're going to cover kind of the pro teams and like the guys that you want to see the most and how they did. So first of all, we had Optic taking out Envious on that last map. Yemen Hardpoint playing their weakness. That was a bad map for Envious, and Optic knew it, capitalized on that, and finished them off. Then we have Impact taking out Optic not once but twice. First of all, sending them down into the losers bracket, and then second of all, knocking them out of the tournament for good. And lastly, we had Complexity taking it, clutching it out, taking off Impact off of their throne for the win, 6-2 in the finals. And also, we want to give a big ups to Curse. Curse is a team that no one really thought was even going to place in the top 10, and they ended up placing 4th in MLG Anaheim. So big ups to Curse, you guys went ham. And we're talking about Complexity, taking it, dethroning Impact, winning MLG Anaheim, and we wanted to talk about their newest addition to the team, Clayster, who you might know was one of the leaders of Unite. He actually left Unite and joined Complexity and somehow made a complete transformation. So here you see the old Clayster looking like the guy that's level 80 in Skyrim getting mad at you because you pronounced Daedric wrong. And here he is at MLG Anaheim looking like an attractive dude and winning Call of Duty tournaments like it's his day job. He went absolutely off for the team at this event, keeping that communication up, being a boss cheerleader and a boss teammate, and I think honestly he was their key to victory this time at MLG Anaheim. So far as like MVPs of the tournament, honestly, we're just going to give it to Complexity as a whole. Impact needed to be dethroned. They thought they were going to, just grab the 4-piece like it's nothing. Take out MLG Anaheim as well, pop that in their pockets. But Complexity said absolutely not. Aches, Crim6, TP, and Clayster going absolutely off, taking them out. So the MVP goes to Complexity as a whole. And also as far as non-player MVP, this is like casters, coaches, stuff like that, we gotta give it to Hastro. In Envious versus Optic on the last map that Envious had to clutch to keep them in the tournament, Hastro was a commentator, and everyone knows Hastro's pulling for Envy, but he did a fantastic job of casting with Puckett and keeping that bias out of the situation and just do a great job. So big props to Hastro for not just getting on the caster and being like, yo, I hope Optic drops 4 donuts and then we win. Instead, he went professional as he always does, being a great caster up there with Puckett and doing a great job and just not having any bias throughout that whole game. So in summary of MLG Anaheim.
Front got me, front got me. I got him. Nice, good job.
Rotate it.
Good
Let's
pick.
go. Let's get it. Let's go.
Could Impact ever lose to anybody in Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Got a little bit awkward there for any Impact fans, sorry, but I thought it was hilarious. And you just see Clayster giving the wink, just being like, yo, I just won. So then we're kicking off to the next event, and everyone's like, yeah, MLG Raleigh. And we're like, yeah, MLG North Carolina, this is home base. And then we're like, yo, we're not really gonna do Raleigh this year. What? We are doing MLG Columbus, so the next event will be in November instead of August. Sadly, no Raleigh this year, so sorry you guys don't get to come and visit North Carolina. And in other pretty freaking awesome news, I know a lot of MLG and competitive players use SCUF controllers, and in case you don't know, SCUF controllers are basically modded controllers that have paddles on the back, giving you custom buttons, so they really just take away a lot of those useless fingers and make them do something. They're a great controller and really help out your competitive play. But they actually just announced a brand new model of controller. And this controller is called the SCUF Hybrid. Now what the SCUF Hybrid is, basically they took an Xbox controller and said, how can we make this better for our SCUF users? Shaving off some of that extra bulk around the back where your grips are, and these fingers right here just kind of useless gripping that big old bulky controller. They said, bump that. we're going to make the entire new Scuff hybrid. So this new controller will be released on July 30th. That's when the first batch ships out. A lot of the same styles, but basically they changed up the controller to be more ergonomically sufficient for Scuff users. So that's something pretty cool. Links to that in the description if you want to check that out. And you guys, that about sums it up for this week's episode of what we thought was sweet and anything we thought we needed to cover. So thanks for tuning in. And for today's Carbon question, we're going to be starting this out. We want to see tweets at us at EGB Carbon, and we want to see comments on this YouTube video letting us know what you think. So for this week's Carbon question of the week, do you think that Impact losing in the Finals to Complexity was a fluke, or do you think this is the end of the reign of Impact? Let us know what you think. Do you think that Complexity just had a hot streak, Impact's going to come and take it next time? Or do you think, you know what, some people are going to have chances to shine because Impact is not going to cut it for the next coming tournaments? Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe, and we will catch you guys next week. Deuces.